Hi, I'm Nita, and my presentation is about interface for kids, and this is based on a research paper. This paper is all about how teaching or learning about child's behavior can be made more effective with the help of child-friendly interfaces. So, what are the important parameters that need to be considered while designing such interface for kids? And then some sample brainstorming ideas for such interfaces. So this is the brainstorming pyramid that's developed after analyzing multiple training techniques on hygiene at multiple schools. So this pyramid can be seen covering the major areas like behavior, interfaces, hygiene, kids, technology. So this will form the base source for designing the interfaces for kids. Now this is the three-stage model for the user experience design for kids. That is entrance into the field, behaviors in the field, and exit from the field. So in the first stage, the designer should plan in such a way that it attracts the child in the field. It should be able to arouse curiosity and enthusiasm in the child to enter into the new world. And in the second stage, the designer should make sure that this new world has high degree of freedom to explore, experiment, and manipulation for the kid. And in the third stage, the designer should plan how the experience of this new world need to be connected to the real world. So what are the trends in the user experience design? Some of them are gamification, where game thinking techniques are used to engage audience and to solve problems. Then interactive techniques like sounds, animations, videos are used to interact with the end users. Then assistive technology, for example, like avatars are used to guide throughout the application. Then augmented reality, which actually reduces the gap between the virtual and the real world. Then ubiquitous computing, where it's considered that technology is everywhere and we use it all the time. So now what are the best practices in user experience design? Like the product interfaces should be very clear and lucid. Then the overall styling should be very clean and consistent. Then the kid should be able to browse and navigate very freely with a focus on the target information itself without being distracted by advertisements and gimmicks. Then the navigation elements should be very large and easy to find. Then bright, vivid colors that stimulate the senses need to be used. Then incorporate elements from the nature so that it will be easier for kids to associate with things in the interface. Then proper trust should be gained from parents and children to use the interface. Then your animated characters or avatars can be used to maintain happy and playful moods in the kids. Then reward royalty can be deployed, that is setting rewards at multiple milestones throughout the application. Because kids always consider their virtual goods and reputation as meaningful possessions, so it will be great if the reward royalty is considered in the application. Then what are the challenges in designing for the kids? Like emotional support. Kids feel great about the feeling of success. Then in order to avoid frustration, like a guidance avatar can be used. So such things need to be considered while designing the application. Then language support. Language should be very simple and easy for kids to understand. Then cognitive support. The interface should consider the cognitive development of the kids, like the target users. Then the memory support to help them aid through interactions. Then interaction support, like simple point and click interaction or simple tap itself should be preferred while designing the interface for kids. So as part of the research, some case studies were made, and the first one is a natural trail. It is used in the Great Ormond Street Hospital, and it is used for the admitted kids. So it is a welcome distraction on their way. So it runs all through the corridor, and the image is animated using integrated LED panels, and we can see in the forest and foliage wallpaper the animals are coming live. That this works with the help of sensors. The sensors are sensing the ceiling sense them, like the movement. They are sensing the movement. So that's the first one. And the second one is a woodland wiggle. So it's also used in hospital to divert their mind, the kids' mind from pain and frustration. So kids are able to see themselves on the screen. They may paint pictures and they can play music. And also they can see animated characters around them in different woodland scenes. So this is another one. So based on all these concepts and these case studies, some of the brainstorming ideas that came up in the research paper are like the first one is an interactive room. So this interface is planned like to help kids to keep their room clean. Like we can see some sensors here in the shape of characters, right? So these sensors will recognize patterns and use information to sync it with varied predefined expressions. For example, here we can see sad faces. So the kid is seeing the faces and he comes and cleans it, and now it turns into the happy character. So this way, it is the kids are encouraged to do the right things, developing the hygiene habits. The second one is an interactive product. Like here, the basic idea is kids learns from interacting. So an interactive mirror is used here, which is set up for us. So here on the right side, you can see so many buttons. One will be helping to choose the character. The second one will be helping to choose the activity like brushing, washing hands, etc. And the third one will be like so many options are there. And now the kid will be seeing the character on the mirror, and he will be trying to imitate what the character is doing. That way the kid will be trained on good habits in an entertaining way. The third one is an iPad app where the kids will be helped to take care of their nails. So every time a child clicks a photograph, the app recognizes the nail sizes. So if the nails are too long, then they can see the bugs dancing around their nails. And on the contrary, if the nails are short and trimmed, then they can see sparkles and stars that can be superimposed on the nails like that. So these are all like really encouraging the kid to follow good habits, and at the same time it's entertaining them also, right? So the conclusion is like technology can be used as a great tool for teaching many things for kids. Then the design for kids should not be scaled down version of design for adults. Like the consideration as kid as a target user should be there from the planning stage itself. Then the designer should be very sensitive to the minute details while designing for kids. So the best part about this research paper is like the key rules in designing the interface is like what all things need to be considered are really identified and pointed out. Then some interesting out-of-box concept to help training kids in hygiene habits are included. And some areas that are seen required to improvement are more case studies should have been included, which would have helped to understand about the kit interface design from different perspectives. Then a flow is missing in the paper explaining how they reach the identified concept. Like so many brainstorming concepts are presented, like how they reach there. Did they did any survey on that? So with the potential users, and that would have made the site more explanatory. Then the survey with the kids and adult users to understand how much the system influenced, like some case studies were included. So how that influenced the end users, was that a successful? So that would have again made to make some important decisions in the design phase of the interface. So that all should have been included. So this is a paper like it's taken from the Asia Pacific Conference on Computer Human Interaction, and the authors are Amarjot Kaur and Santu Kanika Bhattwaj. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching my presentation. Thank you.